Hey, how you doing, guys? This is your boy Nate Anime, and welcome back to my channel today. Why it's so hard to drift in Need for Speed Heat? I just for the life of me, I don't know what it is about drifting in Need for Speed Heat, but you know, for some strange reason, drifting in Need for Speed Heat is so hard. It's so hard to do. So yeah, we're gonna take out the S13 first. We're gonna do it today because I want some peace and quiet while I do the drifting. Last game, drifting was easy, but it was very repetitive, very broken, just very hard. It wasn't really that enjoyable, honestly. Which is interesting because Need for Speed 2015, in my opinion, even though the game was so broken, even though the handling was so broken, I thought that drifting on Need for Speed 2015 was actually 10 times better than any of the other past Need for Speed so far, including this one. But I'm gonna show you what I mean in a second here. So, well, a little bit of throttle control, I'm able to drift so easily on here. That's after I did a couple of tweaks to this car. Which is this car is now a drift car. I've taken everything off, all the body kits and everything, because it needs to be a drift car. It's no longer a street racing car. I might switch it back though, because the game's no longer glitching out anymore. Before, I actually kind of stopped using this car because the car used to crash the game a lot. But now EA kind of fixed everything, so the S13 no longer crashes as much. It still crashes the game just a little bit, but not as much. I like this track. It's so easy. Like it's kind of like a practice track, really. Actually, in fact, this whole area is probably like a practice ground to, you know, actually when you need to do stuff or practice things. Like, I mean, what, this is a whole oval, so you can see how fast your car can goes. Got this drift track in the middle of it, so you can practice drifting, sort of. And I guess what, if you have an off-roading car, what, it has like little jumps and sections that you can jump your car off of. Alright, so here's what I have. I have the Super Showcase suspension for this car, I think. Wait, let me see. Yeah, Super Showcase suspension for this car. I got, oh well, you'll need to see brakes. I got Speed Cross tires for this car. That's interesting. I thought I actually had drift tires on there. What else I got? Yeah, and a Showcase differential. So basically all showcase parts. Now, I have heard some people who actually have said that you don't actually need showcase parts to drift. You can just put on regular drift parts. You just need to learn how to do it. Well, I guess I'll learn that in my own time. But this is what I've gotten. Like, this is the best setup I have so far. So, yeah, if you want to use that to your advantage, go ahead. It might be easier. But, there is one car, though, I do want to show you guys that nobody seems to be trying out yet. Here we go, right here, the Ford Focus RS. Now, drifting a four-wheel drive vehicle or all-wheel drive vehicle in this game is complete. It's just hard. It's almost impossible to do in this game. But for some strange reason, the Ford Focus RS seems to be drifting pretty well, which in a way I actually am surprised, but at the same time I'm also not surprised, because I actually used this car a lot in 2015, so to the drift, and it's a really good drift car at the time. Of course, after that, when Payback came out, the car wasn't even allowed to drift. It wasn't even in the drifting category, so I don't know. I can't tell you how good of a drifting car it was in that game because it wasn't even allowed in the drifting category. But here in Need for Speed Heat, we're kind of back on track with how Need for Speed 2015 was in allowing almost any car to be allowed to drift, except for maybe front wheel drive cars like that Type R in the back. But yeah. So we're gonna take this car out with this girl you probably know right here, Pansy from Are You the Only One Who Likes Me, which is a really good anime at the moment. It's just really, really, really good. If you want to get this wrap, it's actually associated with another car. I actually just took off like all the extra stuff of this wrap. I took it from another car and put it on the Ford Focus RS, which you can do if you didn't know that. You can actually take different wraps off of different cars and put them on any car you want. If it fits, some liveries don't fit too well with this car. Well, there goes one right there. So there have been a lot of Itasha wraps made as of recent. There was a Demon Slayer one, but that's for a RX-7, so who knows, we might do a RX-7 build or something, and then Darling in the Frank, which is on a Skyline. But let me see here. I don't even know if I even have this wrap saved. Here it is. No, it's not. That's Idolmaster. What? Okay, yeah. So if you want this wrap, it is on a Subaru BRZ. Alright, that's where I took this wrap off of, which actually doesn't look too bad on here, but I'm gonna go with the wrap I made, which is just, deleting all the extras and just keeping Pansy on the hood for right now. So yeah, let's get into the drifting, and I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about here, of why this car is so easy to handle in drifting, even though it's kinda not. Here is the Ford Focus RS. Now I think it's gonna do us. I think it's gonna be pretty good. Who knows? But we're gonna see how good this is. We gotta get up to at least 350k, so 350k. Just look at it though. It's doing so much better than the S15. Just a little bit, but not 100%. I don't know what that was all about. That was weird. I think my game's glitching out. Okay, a little bit outside the track there. That's alright though. Alright. I admit, you are going to have to do a little bit of work when driving this car to drift, but it's doing... I mean, look at the points that we got. Huh? We're almost up to 350 here. Like I said, though, everybody has their certain ways they drift. Some cars work for other people, some cars don't. For me, for whatever reason, this car works good for me. And look at that, we are already past the target. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. But yeah, see, it's so much easier in the Ford Focus, man. So much easier. Now that we've done it with the Ford Focus RS, let's see what we can do with the S13. See what we can do here. Also, I did an engine swap on the S13, so if you're wondering why it sounds different, that's why. Alright, so... Now, see, you have to do so much throttle control when you drift in these type of cars. At least these cars with rear-wheel drive. Oh my god. I'm sliding back and forth just to get points here. And I did actually just notice my target score is actually higher. I must have picked a harder race, I guess. I don't know. Well, for right now, we're just gonna go with the normal, or at least the previous target, which was 350. But I'm just all over the place right now, honestly. It's so hard to drift on here. Like, you really, really, really have to focus the drift. I don't know what it is. So yeah, so far we're not even anywhere close to at least 200,000 by now. Let's see how this goes. I'm doing my hardest here, but this didn't seem to be working out so well. See, but I think this is why a lot of people have actually quit or even just given up on drifting in this game altogether, because it is just, I will admit, for a person who's been playing racing games for years and drifting in them, this has to be probably one of the most hardest games I have ever struggled in drifting. Ever. Well, so far anyway. And we're definitely not even getting anywhere close to the points that we had with the RS. Maybe we might be able to get up to 300,000, but I don't think we're gonna make it to the target. I am working so hard right now. I can't even tell you. I'm just all over the place. I don't know where I'm going right now. Okay, yeah, we made up to 300,000, but we didn't make it to the target, which was 350,000, so... Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Honestly, I know there are a lot of people out there who have actually, found, better ways or better parts to drift with. It also could have something to do with the car that you drive. I am driving the they call it 13 right now, and I haven't seen anybody try to drift this car. So maybe it is just the poor choice of cars I choose to drift in, except for the Ford Focus RS, which I think so far it's not exactly the best drift car, but it's probably the most stable at the moment. I mean, just a little bit, at least more stable than what I'm driving right now. That's all I can say. But yeah, that's kind of the difference there. Just just a little bit easier to drift, I guess. The four-wheel drive just helps it out, helps it stable out and everything. But yeah, super showcase suspension and showcase tires. Okay, and showcase differential. Okay, so I guess that does make sense on why this drifts so well, or at least just handles corners. Let me see. I did think I actually tried to put drifting tires on here, but I think it actually made it worse, to be honest with you. Which is probably why I have showcase tires on here, because like I think I put drift tires on here, but just did not drift for its life. I just could not understand it. So yeah, that's probably the reason why I have all showcase parts on here for drifting. But yeah, I mean, try out the Ford Focus RS. It might work out for you, it might not. I know it's working so far good for me. So far, I mean, this is probably the best car I've used for drifting in a long time in this game, because I have some other drift cars in the back right there. You can see the 370Z. I got what, the S15, which didn't work out so well, so now it's a sleeper back there. That thing pulls. Half of the other cars I haven't given up on, because they're just not working out. But so far, the Ford Focus RS, which is the car I would have thought that was the car on the list, I would have thought to have, been good at drifting. It does exceptionally well. So yeah, I mean, like I said, in my opinion, try out the Ford Focus RS. It might work or might not work for you. All right. But yeah, I think that's all the time I have for today in this video. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like as well as subscribe, and make sure you hit the little bell next to the subscribe button if you want notification when I upload a video. Alright, so until next time, I'm out.